What's up? It's your boy, Big Reg, coming to you from the shadow of the big house in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Ho, 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 ho. What a week it's been, my friends. What a week indeed. Oh, this men's basketball team has got you going up, down, and then back up again. Oh, my goodness. After the drubbing that had us celebrating up and down South State Street with the victory over Wisconsin, the Michigan Wolverines. Oh man! Let's be honest. They laid an egg against Minnesota on Saturday, and a lot of people were hitting me up like, "Hey man, where's the video now that Michigan lost? Huh? You guys were just pumping them up too much. You said you want to slow your roll, but Minnesota slowed the roll for them. The Pillsbury Doughboys just slowed you down." I was like, "Man, take it easy, because what we said in that video was we expect this team to at least face some hardships in this Big Ten season, because the Big Ten is the toughest basketball conference in America. And unfortunately, on Saturday, they couldn't shoot straight, they couldn't pass straight, and they couldn't defend. And as a result, they got blown out by Minnesota on the road. But we weren't worried, were we? We weren't worried. You know why? Because this team has resilience, and we knew they were going to bounce back. And boy, oh boy, did they bounce back in a big way tonight against Maryland. With an 87 to, what was it, 64?
63.
87 to 63 victory over the Terrapins for a season sweep. And to that, I'll raise my glass.
Go
and I say to all those Michigan people that had started jumping off the bandwagon, that started leaving the train like it was the train to Busan, holy smokes, it's not too late to jump back on the bandwagon, okay? Everything is right in the world, so take it easy, okay? Take it easy. Anyway, joining me tonight to recap this wonderful bounce back victory. First, as always, producer Jay Bissell.
Yo. Even though my vaccine got pushed back another month, I'm still waiting for it. So should you. Keep wearing those masks.
There you go. Keep them high and tight. Shout out to your mom's house. And next, making a return to the show after a long hiatus, the one, the only, Mr. Squarehead.
Long hiatus? I missed one episode.
That's a lot.
Or maybe it was two. But anyways, I'm in the DMV area, Reg, waiting for the festivities tomorrow. The whole city's on lockdown. My windows are boarded up. My doors are locked. I got my triple shotgun sawed-off pistols all ready with stuff, the BB bullets or whatever that goes in the guns or whatever they're called. But I'm ready for tomorrow, and I'm excited to talk about some Michigan basketball.
Well, there you go. We raise our glass to democracy and the smooth transition of power that's going to take place tomorrow, Inauguration Day. And we raise our glass to Mr. Squarehead and his preparations for that day. Anywho, moving right along. Man, this game versus, well, you know what? We should talk first about the game versus Minnesota. I'm not going to lie to you. I was kind of expecting it. You know what I mean? Because, you know what? I got to be honest. Like, when I was in college and it was like any class that was before, like 3 p.m., I did not do well in those classes. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still kind of sleepy, kind of groggy, you know what I mean? Any class that was definitely in the morning, you know what I mean? And it looked like that's what it was for Michigan versus Minnesota with the 2 p.m. tip-off time. They just did not look like they had fully woken up. I don't know if they traveled that day or the night before, but man, oh man, they started that game off slow, and it just got even slower as the game progressed. Of course, Eli Brooks was missing with a sore foot or whatever the heck it was. And man, that made a heck of a difference in that game. But the biggest thing for them was they couldn't shoot straight that game. They were like, 0 for 9 or something on 3-point shots to start the game. And it just went downhill from there. So it didn't shock me, that they went down in that fashion. But, it didn't worry me. I'll just put it that way. So while a lot of other people were doing the Chicken Little dance, saying the sky's falling down for this Michigan squad, I was like, nah, these kind of things happen in a college basketball season. What were you guys feeling as you were watching the futility of the Michigan Wolverines offense during that game versus Minnesota?
You can
Reggie. No. Hold on. Reggie, what did I say the last time I was on? I said slow your roll. Let's calm down and set expectations. You're telling me that you expected this team to lose by 20 points? What was the final score? 20, was it 19?
75 to 57.
75-57. That's 18. So you expected this team to lose by 18 points to the same Minnesota team that we beat by what, 20 points? Or how many was it? The 25 points the last time we played them. This just shows this team is not elite. I understand the Big Ten is tough and there'll be tough games and we'll lose some, but to lose by 18 points, unacceptable, not elite. Top 10 team, but not a top 5, maybe a 9, maybe a 10, not elite.
I'll keep my mouth shut for now, and I'll throw it over to JB.
Clearly there was a difference because one of our starters was out. Eli Brooks is the unsung hero of this team. He is veteran leadership. He is a extremely adept ball handler and scorer. And if you have that missing, I mean, what can you expect to have happen? That's one of our weaknesses right now, obviously, is the ball handling position. We only have limited guys who can actually do that. So it exposed the weakness, but let's have the weakness exposed now so that when we get to tournament time, we have people who are stepping up. We just saw Zeb Jackson get a ton of minutes just this past game. So, I mean, we're gonna lose one. We're gonna lose one. Might as well be an away game. Not gonna hurt us. We're still number 1 in the league. So what's the holdup? What's the holdup?
Not saying there's a holdup. All I'm saying is the record of 11-1 does not indicate that this team is elite. It doesn't even matter if they blew out Wisconsin, Minnesota, Northwestern by, was it the record-setting 19 or more points against 3 ranked teams? Overrated. That's what all those teams were. Let's take a break. And a nice bounce-back game? Yeah, it's nice to bounce back against the bottom of the Big Ten team like Maryland. Give me a break, man. How do you lose by 20 points to Minnesota, a team you just beat by 25 like 4 days ago?
We just told you. Come on, man. We just won 4 out of 5 games by at least 20 points. Come on, man. That's pretty good. That's pretty good by any stretch of the imagination.
But you can't lose that 5th game by 20 points. I get it. If they struggled and they lost by like 7 or 8, it was close and they lost the game because they're tired. Come on, Eli Brooks, he's not even the top scorer on the team.
Eli Brooks is a glue kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
If your team,
he keeps the ball moving. He makes heady plays on defense. You know what I'm saying? Because that was another thing versus that Minnesota team. What was that? The young fella's name on Minnesota? Carr? Was that his name? The point guard?
Yep.
Carr. He did a lot of damage. And then the big man Robinson. Robinson, man, he looked like, he looked angry the whole game. He looked angry. He wanted some revenge on Hunter Dickinson. And I think Hunter Dickinson, like I said, he still looked sleepy on the flight over. I don't know if he didn't get enough sleep or what. But man, oh man, Hunter Dickinson, that was the first game he didn't come up big. You know what I mean? This entire season. So, and sometimes you take an L, but it wasn't that big a deal because we saw right away in the next game versus what do we play tonight? Maryland. Right away versus Maryland. All the things that Maryland was trying to do was mirroring what Minnesota did to Hunter Dickinson. But you know what? He was able to pass out of the double teams more effectively, even though he didn't score a lot of points. The Michigan team as a whole was able to score a lot of points, especially I raised my first glass of the night. For the first time this season, to the one, the only, Isaiah Isaiah Livers. Oh, he was draining them the 3-pointers. He was shooting it nice and sweet. Holy smokes. So raise my glass to Isaiah Livers and coming up big in this big victory versus Maryland.
Well, Isaiah Livers, it's about time he did something. Most overrated player on our team is Isaiah Livers. And to say that this win against Maryland is at the bottom of the Big Ten. I think they're just above Rutgers, maybe.
Rutgers is not
or Penn State. Penn State. They're one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. And to chalk this up as a great rebound game, come on, man.
Actually, Penn State hasn't played certain games because of COVID, so I guess even technically Maryland is the bottom of the Big Ten because they've played more games than Penn State.
Thank you.
I'll just say this. Michigan showed a new level of I shouldn't say new, but return to the level of offensive efficiency, defensive effectiveness that we had seen in the other games. And to that, I raise my glass. Even in the game with Hunter Dickinson, this is now 2 games in a row where he was a little bit quiet on the offensive end, but he stayed a big presence and had an impact on the defensive side of the ball. So I'll raise my glass to that.
We'll see. That fortunately for Michigan, the heavy hitters are coming towards the end of the season. Obviously, we don't play Iowa until like the last game of the season, which I don't know. I don't know how that happened, but we still have to play pretty good teams down the road, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm just saying, this team is not
Purdue. Come on, man! How can you say they're not elite? Holy smokes. This guy.
It's okay. I mean, whatever people say about us during the regular season is one thing. What matters most, obviously, is our Big Ten conference tournament and then obviously our NCAA tournament. And right now we are building step by step towards those things. And like I said before, this is a team that has that sparkle that could happen to be a good run in both of those things. And so, yeah, we're going to lose games. We all knew this. And if you want to call us elite versus not elite, what matters most is that we're building towards those things. Eli Brooks being out, we had to learn to adjust. That's going to happen during the tournament. Austin Davis coming back from injury, asserting himself in this game right now.
I raise my glass to Austin Davis.
We don't even need Hunter Dickinson right now. We have Big Country, and he's stepping up to the game. Brandon Johns Jr. getting valuable time. Jackson getting valuable time, even though he's a freshman. We're going to need all these guys for our run.
Oh, you guys are doing analysis on a game against Maryland.
This guy.
Austin Davis gets the ball in the post, gets triple teamed, and still tries to put it up. I agree, though. I agree. All I'm saying is let's slow the roll down and set expectations. Okay, this team. Let's not, like we said, this team is not going to go undefeated, obviously, because they lost the game. They're not going to even go undefeated the rest of the way. Let's just set our expectations.
Oh, I'm almost in a betting mood right now. I'm getting a little itchy. For a little bet. I would place a wager with you, but I don't know who we're playing next. Who is it? Purdue next?
We're playing Purdue next and then Indiana.
Win-win. Boom. Next after that.
February is a really loaded schedule, so we have to play Northwestern, Michigan State, Illinois, Wisconsin, Rutgers, Ohio State, Indiana. And then
where we play Rutgers, at home or away?
Rutgers game is going to be at home.
Oh, that's an easy W then.
And then the last 2 games. Iowa at Michigan. Michigan at Michigan State. And so we actually play Iowa just once in March.
And then we finish off at Michigan State?
At Michigan State.
Ooh, do I take it? I would make you a bet, man, and say that they could run the table. They could run the table.
They could.
Wow.
Of course, they could run the table. They're not going to, but they could.
Ooh, so what do you want to bet? Ooh.
Let's make a bet within the next 3 games. Purdue, Indiana, and Northwestern. So by the end of those 3 games,
they'll be undefeated in the games.
Yeah, we'll make a bet. See how they play. We'll make a bet.
All right, fine. After this next 3-game stretch, we will make a bet, you and I, about the rest of the schedule after this next 3-game stretch.
Yes.
Done deal. I raise my glass to that. Challenge accepted. So I'm telling you, man, I feel really good about this squad. I don't have any worries about this squad, man, the way they're playing. You know what I mean? I really don't. Who is it? Isaiah Livers, if he keeps up, I don't think he can keep up this level of high shooting because he was almost perfect from 3-point range today, right? I think it was like 4 for 6 or something. It was something ridiculous off the charts. I mean, he's not going to stay that high. But even if he stays a little bit high, that brings a whole new dimension to this. You know what I mean? And then on a night where Hunter Dickinson, how many points did he score? I think it was like 6.
And 3 points.
How many?
Points.
3.
Oh, on a night where he only scored 3 points, we still beat him by 24. So I'll raise my glass to that. And he's only going to get better.
I'd like to just say that Jackson, what's his first name? Zeb?
Zeb.
He should never see the court unless we're up by 50 with 20 seconds left.
Wow.
Come on, man. He's a freshman.
Man. So is Hunter Dickinson.
Let him learn.
No, that kid should not see. He should be playing next to Nunez.
Wow.
If Nunez is not in, Jackson should not be in.
Come on, man. We let you play when you were a freshman. You know, you used to come. That's because it was. Who got next? And we're like, oh man, hope he doesn't ask us. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, how many pounds is it? Like, oh, yo, so it's like 4 down right now, man. You're like,
bringing up college right now. Bringing up college.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, man,
you gotta prove yourself too, man. You gotta improve too. You know what I mean?
That was upper under, man. Because all the freshmen had to play together.
I raise my glass to the CCRB.
Court number 3.
There you go.
Asian court.
I wonder if they still have that like that. I don't know. I haven't been in there in a long time.
The 5/6 court. 5/6 is usable. The 1/6 curtain.
Oh, with the volleyball curtain in the thing. Anywho, God Almighty. Anyway, what am I trying to say? Oh, like I said, I still feel good about this team. It's doing what I thought it would do. You know what I mean? So I feel really, really solid about it. Nothing about the last couple games has shaken my view on where this team is heading, which I think is a deep, deep, deep run into the NCAA tournament. And to that, I raise my glass.
It's also well and good that Coach Howard, again, one of the most impressive coaches who in his second year already is getting his team primed for national spotlight, got his team to communicate better and jump back from that dismal performance at Minnesota. I mean, that's a sign of a coach who really hones in onto what to improve and what to be better about. So applaud Coach Howard for making those adjustments because he truly, truly is looking to be one of those prime time coaches out there. His recruiting class next year, top 3 class. I mean, we're still in the mix for some of the recruits that are out there. So that's what we're talking about.
It's just building strength upon strength upon strength. So I'm telling you, man, this team, coaching staff solid, the players solid, the bench solid. You know what I mean? Everything's solid about the squad, man. I ain't got no worries about it. The biggest thing for me, though, is the mental makeup. This team got a little something, you know what I mean? So mentally, I think they're all there. You can see the enthusiasm. That's another thing I love about this team. They love to play and play for one another. So to the enthusiasm, I'll raise my glass. I'm thinking at the end of the season, they got to be a 1 seed. I don't see how they couldn't be a 1 seed. I think they're going to win the Big Ten regular season. They're going to win the Big Ten tournament, and they're going to become a 1 seed rolling into the NCAA tournament.
Whatever we are, it's just we are just gonna roll through that tournament. We got to roll through that tournament.
Oh man! It just sucks that this is the 1 year that you might not be able to see it live. You know what I mean? The fans. But what are you gonna do? It's life. Just roll with it, baby. Roll with it. Anywho, any other thoughts on this wonderful Michigan basketball team? No? Guys, I'm telling you, I can already feel Mr. Square trying to pull up on the emergency brake. You know what I mean? Like when you're riding in the subway, the 7 train, you see it pull in case of emergency. I could just see him like the crazy homeless person trying to grab the emergency brake down on the train. Be like, yo, man, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Don't do that.
He has PTSD from football season. He's trying to lay it down on the basketball team right now.
Look, I don't blame you for having PTSD from the football season, but man, this is a different team, bro. This is a different team. They got a different mental makeup. They got a different, path to victory. So I'm telling you, this is a different set of circumstances. You know what I mean? Only good things can come from this team. So I raise my glass to that. All right, moving on from basketball. We would be remiss if we didn't mention the big developments on the coaching front on the Michigan Wolverines football program. Dun, 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 dun. We would go with the rest of the song, but it'd be too long. But I want to say, I raise my glass first to the homecoming of a former Michigan great, the one, the only, Mike Hart, joining the Michigan Wolverines coaching staff as a running backs coach. Coach Hart has shown a lot of chutzpah and a lot of, he's accomplished a lot of great things. First at EMU, and then at, he went somewhere else in between, and then
Indiana.
No, between EMU and Indiana. Didn't he go somewhere else?
I think he went to Syracuse.
Yeah, Syracuse, and then at Indiana, most recently at Indiana, of course, and now he's coming back home to Michigan. Oh, you got to remember that this is the feller that coined the phrase, little brother. Little brother. He's going to have to do some serious coaching in order to back that stuff up, man. You put it out there in the universe, now you got to do the work to back that kind of stuff up. So to Mike Hart, I wish you the best. Hope you bring a lot more passion to the Michigan locker room, because I think it's in dire need of that. Because I think if there's one thing that was lacking in the team last season was passion. Would you agree? I would agree.
Yeah, he was coming in the door as Charbonnet was going out the door, and they gave each other high fives and said, "Hey, good luck, man.
Wow.
This team sucks." And Charbonnet is out the door, left.
Wow.
We raise our glasses to Zach Charbonnet, as Mr. Squarehead just mentioned. Zach Charbonnet has entered the transfer portal. Wish him, continued success in his football journey. We're sad to see him go, because I like the guy. I thought he was a good guy. You know what I mean? So, but, raise a glass to him. We wish him continued success and development as he, goes after his goals in his football career.
It was going to be a tough backfield with all those guys in there and Donovan Edwards coming in. So can't blame a guy for wanting to play, right? So
can't blame him. There was a lot of dudes, a lot of high quality ballers in the backfield nowadays. Hopefully, Mike Hart can do the tough job of balancing all that and continuing to mold them into being real playmakers. You know what I'm saying? Difference makers, because that's one thing that's been sorely lacking in the Michigan Wolverines offense. Big playmakers, guys that could break a game open with a special kind of run, special kind of catch, special kind shifty sideways, Xbox controller, circle, XX, right bumper, boom. That kind of super run. We haven't seen those kind of plays in a long, long time. So I'm hoping that Mike Hart can revive some of that stuff to the Michigan offense.
Mike Hart was known as a workhorse for Michigan, but most importantly, he was actually known as a blocking running back also.
We don't want blocking, man. We want big plays, baby. Big plays.
Who's willing to put his body out to protect his quarterback, which we've been sorely lacking as well. So hopefully that will also help.
Speaking of his quarterback, we raise our glass to Chad Henne. Holy smokes. Who would have thought that Chad Henne would still be playing football after all these years? Holy smokes. We raise our glass to Chad Henne and that run he made. Remember that run on whatever the heck it was, third down? He ran for his life. Holy smokes. Chad Henne getting the job done at the age of, I don't know how old he is, 57. We raise our glass to you, my man. Chad, I can never forget the Chad Henne face. Look, Chad Henne is going to be making that face going forward in the playoffs one more time for the Kansas City Chiefs.
He might have to play if Mahomes can't go.
Yep.
Imagine that. Henne versus Brady. Henne versus Brady in the Super Bowl. Wow.
Wow. Michigan versus Michigan.
You heard it here.
That. Oh, that Henne face. Raise a glass to Tom Brady for finally, continuing on in the playoffs without having to resort to cheating that he was to as part of the Patriots organization. That cheating bunch of snakes that they are, led by that dishonest man, Bill Belichick. You know what you did, Bill Belichick, you cheater.
It just proves that he doesn't have to cheat to win.
That's what I'm saying. Now he can win a legitimate, playoff victories and football, hopefully Super Bowl titles. So I raise my glass to Tom Brady and, getting a clean start, a clean rebirth to his football career.
Clean rebirth. He's like 45 years old, man.
44.
Hey, you know what that shows me? It's never too late. It's never too late to do the right thing. To that, I raise my glass. Oh, the next big addition to the Michigan family, of course, is the one, the only Mike McDonald. The new. Now, this is what's confusing me. Is he defensive coordinator or co-defensive coordinator?
As of tonight, he is now co-coordinator with another signee that they got. I forgot where he's from, but he actually knows Mike McDonald. So
he's from the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I think the defensive back coach for the Dallas Cowboys, who they didn't really have very good defensive backs anyways.
Hey, come on, man. Jordan Lewis was in that back.
So he's now the co-defensive coordinator. Yes. This just shows the ineptitude of Jim Harbaugh. Why would you have two defensive coordinators? Like, why would you make a position even more complicated by having two people there? How many teams have co-defensive or offensive coordinators?
Actually, Alabama had them.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying how many? Not many.
Alabama had it.
This is how
OSU did it too. With Greg Madison and the other guy. What's his face?
Combs or whatever.
Yeah, Combs. So there's quite a few top-tier teams.
Come on.
Two coordinators. So I raise my glass to that.
I mean, why not have two? I mean, if both guys have no prior experience, might as well just have two of them do it.
Why not have three? Why not have four? This is when JC from Sunnyside and nameless guests come in and get all excited and say we're going undefeated next year because we have two co-defensive coordinators.
Wow. Calling them out when they're not on the call.
The ineptitude of Jim Harbaugh and his ability to make decisions even comes out in his coaching hires.
Yeah, but a lot of people are celebrating the coach, the hire of the second gentleman. I unfortunately do not remember his name. The gentleman from the Dallas Cowboys. What is his name?
Hold on.
We got to know what his name is. But that dude, people are saying that he's a great recruiter. That he's made a lot of significant. He's done a lot of significant achievements especially in the recruiting trail in the past because he's had college experience. So this gives me hope on one big front, which is the double dragon pairing of Jackson and what's his name? Johnson, right? Am I right in that? Domani Jackson and Will
Johnson and Domani Jackson.
Yeah, Will Johnson and Domani Jackson. If we can get those two, as a tandem with the recruiting prowess of our new co-defensive coordinator, holy smokes. That's going to be a game changer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on, man. It's just going to turn to any other season that we've hyped up. Any 4, 5-star, 10-star, 15, 20,000 star recruit that comes in here
man. You're
and
telling
does
me
nothing under Jim Harbaugh.
We could get double dragon, 5-star quarterbacks, Will Johnson and Domani Jackson, double dragon. That would be a game changer, baby. Game changer. So to that, I raise my glass. I'm counting on this. I wish I remembered his name, but I'm counting on this gentleman to reel in the double dragon, the double dragons. So to that, I raise my glass. Mike McDonald, and then the other co-defensive coordinator. I think we're all on to something good. You know
His name is Maurice Linguist.
Yes, Maurice Linguist. Yes.
But I don't think it's official yet. It's not official, so.
What do you mean it's not official? I thought it was official.
No, it's allegedly right now.
Allegedly? Yeah. Oh, man. I got excited for nothing then. All right, let me slow. You know what? This is one instance where, yes, I must slow my roll. So let me slow my roll right there. But I still raise my glass to Mike McDonald, Heard a lot of good things about him. Hopefully this works out. Whew. Man, oh man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm taking a lot of sips and I'm getting pretty drunk.
What's different than normal?
I don't know. I see you guys and I hear you guys, but it's like, you know what I mean?
Anyways, couple of things that we want to hear from our viewers out there. One, click on that link below to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get those notifications of when new episodes get posted up. Write some comments down below. Do you agree with what the basketball team is doing right now? Are we elite or not? Or are you a Mr. Squarehead proponent? Also, those Michigan football hires, do you see positive change coming? Or is this just another wash around that washer?
No way, man. This is going to be the good stuff.
Let's hear from you. We'll answer any of the questions that you post on there. Send us some questions for us to answer as well from the panel. We'd love to hear from you. Sending it back to you.
Well, fellas, if there's nothing else. Wait, when is our next game versus Purdue for the basketball team? I think it's this weekend, isn't it?
I believe so, yes.
All right, well, we'll wait for this next 3-game stretch, after which Mr. Squarehead and I will begin our wager. Oh, man, we got to think of some kind of crazy wager. You know what I mean?
Oh, Friday is our next game, Friday.
Ooh, game 1, Friday. I'm telling you, Mr. Squarehead, you better get ready. I'm going for the big stuff, you know what I mean? I'm not going for no little bets. I'm going like, got to walk into VC in your underwear kind of bets, you know what I'm saying?
Wow. No one even knows what VC is anymore.
Huh?
No one knows VC anymore.
Well, Village Corner got, demolished and they put a high-rise up into the place. But one time, JC from Sunnyside lost a bet, and as punishment, he had to go to VC in his underwear and buy. Oh gosh, I forgot what he had to buy. He had to go to VC in his underwear. Anyway, if there's nothing else, we raise our glass to another victory for the Michigan Wolverines men's basketball program, and we raise our glass to all the terrific hires, the men's Michigan Wolverines football program, and we raise our glass finally to Zach Charbonnet and wish him well. If there's nothing else, we'll sign off by saying, "Go Blue!"
Go Blue!